Hey guys, it's Rich, and I know I haven't made a video in a while, and I know that the Tarot Talk Tuesdays have not been posting in a while, and last couple weeks I think, and there are reasons. There are many reasons, and as far as the NaNoWriMo, kind of a bust. Not because of the book that I mentioned, definitely not. There were things that were happening in my personal life and my work life and all that kind of pushed that off into the side and made it that I wasn't able to do the NaNoWriMo this year. So unfortunately, that didn't happen this year, but there are a lot of things coming down the pike, and I just want to do this 2018 year plan, and it's going to be a doozy. So there are a lot of things that I have planned for 2018, and yes, one of them is writing my book, finally. But there are many other things that I do need to tell you guys about that are coming down the pike that, you guys should probably know about. Just maybe. Anyway, so I did a blog post. I don't know if y'all saw it. If you are a subscriber to Christo-Paganism.com, you probably got an email about it. If you are not, I suggest you might want to do that. Just suggesting. It is, if you are not aware, if this is your first time seeing this, it is a place for Christo-Pagans to go and to have a voice, a place that their practice is not going to be judged, that type of thing. So if you're Christo-Pagan, if you're Pagan, if you're Christian, if you're anything within that spectrum of spiritual beings, go on there, go ahead and, see what jives with you, see what doesn't jive with you, and go ahead and subscribe to that. So anyway, getting into the nitty-gritty of this year's plan, because if you want to see this all in writing instead of hearing my voice, because, hey, it is what it is. I can't really change it that much. So if you want to read it all, you can go to Christo-Paganism.com and you can see the post on there. Anyway, changes for 2018, the website. So the blog is still there. It's still going. It's still active. I didn't post at all in 2017. And again, that's because of work reasons, things that happened at work, moving to Panama City, Florida, where I'm at now, stuff like that. So haven't really been able to post, and that's changing. I am keeping to a posting schedule. Most of it is starting in April, so I will post a little bit here and there about things happening on Christo-Paganism.com and whatnot. Prior to April. Why does that sound so weird? Anyway, I will be posting things prior to April, of course, but until that, don't expect a blog schedule per se. I will be getting into blogging more and doing more topical type of blogs, and of course blogging about my life. With the topical ones, some things I want to touch on here is that some of the playlist topics that I usually make videos on, the videos will still be available. They're still going to be up, and for your viewing pleasure, if you like to hear my voice or see my face, whatever, those will still be up for you. But things like the Saintly Sundays, the Wellness Wednesdays, and I think that's it for now that I have planned to go strictly to Christo-Paganism.com. I might make videos on them, further in the future, but for right now, I'm only going to keep those to blog form. So if you guys want to read anything on the Saintly Sundays and the Wellness Wednesdays, and even some Stitch and Witch blogs, you can go there and you can view those. Starting in April, I'll be doing a scheduled posting of each one. So yeah, that's going to stay there. I'm just going to hang a lantern on that. Since I do enjoy doing the Tarot Talk Tuesdays, and since they are both so much fun and a lot easier to do research-wise and whatnot, depending on what the video is. If it's just a tag video, then I can do that off the cuff. No big deal. If it is a review and reveal of a deck, I can do those fairly easily. No big deal. So I like doing videos on those. I'm going to keep doing videos on those. And the next one will be on January 9th. And the reason being is because I didn't have some of them edited and uploaded, for a scheduled release. So, yeah, those are coming back out. I just need to post the one for January 9th. I'm doing this on the 8th. So, I need to post that one and have that go live on January 9th. So, you guys will have that. And I am also still doing the Christo-Pagan series. I'm going to start that back up as of April. There will also be a blog post to go with each one of those, as well as a video, as I did before. The Stitch and Witch vlogs, like I said, are going to be Stitch and Witch blogs and vlogs, depending on how I feel and, what I want to do. And those come up just every so often. So, yeah, yay, surprises. Anyway, if you notice on the blog, if you go there, there is a little Patreon link. I will also put a link down below that you can go and support me on Patreon. I haven't really delved too much into Patreon. There will be some things being posted on there, and there are different levels. Okay, Jelly. But there are different levels on there, depending on how much you give and whatnot, like you do. So you can go there and donate to your heart's content. Trust me, I'm not going to tell you that you spend too much. So anyway, that's there if you guys wish to donate. That keeps Christo-Paganism.com up and running because hosting fees, not exactly cheap. Depending on what level you go on that. So, yeah. That website, I have basically, for the most part, paid out of pocket for it. So keeping that up and running is kind of going to be an expense that may need to go in 2019. So, yeah, hopefully not. So if you wish to keep that up and running, then go ahead and be a patron. And also, if you'd like to see these videos, go ahead and be a patron if you wish. I'm not going to beg you for money, so there's that. Also, if you would like to support the Christo-Paganism.com or this YouTube channel, and you don't want to be a patron per se, you can always buy something from the store. In there, I have a lot of things that are, your everyday type of items, like the tarot decks and pendulums and stuff like that. But I also do have services such as readings. I do a 36 card spread, and I think I also have a 6 card spread. Different prices, of course. And you can go ahead and purchase one of those. So there's that. I will be adding more to those in the coming months. I do need to photograph, do the photographs and all that nice and pretty and whatnot. I know it needs work, so, but if you would like to support the website, support me in any way, shape, or form, and don't want to be a patron, you can go ahead and, buy something from the store if you want. Or a little tiny commercial, if you want to support this channel, support Christo-Paganism.com, and you don't want either one of those things, but you want a free book, you can always go to the little Audible link down below. Click on that. It will give you 1 month free and one book that you get to choose. And if you don't like the book, you can return it and get another one, get your free credit back and all that stuff. So 1 month free, one free book. Can't beat that. Just click on the link. So anyway, moving on. So if you look at the milestones on Patreon, even if you're not a patron, if you look at the milestones that I have set up, there are certain things that I wish to do in this next year. One of them is starting to craft my own oils and incense blends. And eventually I'm going to branch off a little further into like shampoos, lotions, stuff like that. So if you want to purchase any of those, great. If you want some samples, because I only want to use the freshest of ingredients and the most organic to the most possible extent. So that means getting rid of some of my backlog, all those herbs and oils that you guys have seen in my previous videos that's in my witchy closet. All of those are going to get replaced with fresher ingredients. So there's going to be some samples given away, or some samples that, you know, can be purchased for the minuscule amount of a couple dollars, and that basically covers the little glass jars and whatnot, the little sample size containers, and shipping. So yeah, more information on that in the blog. So yeah, samples galore. Number 4 is my eBay business. So if you want to support me in another way that's a totally separate business, is Dear June Collectibles. And I just set up the website. I don't even have it going live yet. I don't think it's live yet. And that's dearjunecollectibles.com. Collectibles spelled with an I, you know, as you do. Some people spell it with an A. So anyway, I will soon have 1,000 items in that store. I will also be taking on clients for estate liquidation, so basically estate sales, auctions, and basic estate clean-out services. So I will also be blogging about that stuff. So I will have Christo-Paganism.com going, and I will have DearJuneCollectibles.com going, both at the same time, both having their blogs being done. And on there, I'm going to be sharing some decorating tips and upcycling projects. So whenever one thing becomes something else, something vintage becomes something vintage, you know, chic. And I'm going to be sharing some history in general. So you history lovers out there, Annie, I'm looking at you. You might want to go ahead and pop on over to that site and just go ahead and subscribe to the blog for some of the history content, if that's what you really like. If you're into upcycling, please hit me up, let me know. I really want to talk to you guys. And if you're into decorating and whatnot with some antiques and collectibles and, you know, little odds and ends that are kind of odd and endy, then go ahead and hit me up, because I definitely want to do some type of like interviews and stuff like that for that blog as well. Again, that's being kept separate from Christo-Paganism.com. They're actually under 2 different entities with the business licenses and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, they're 2 different businesses entirely. Back to Christo-Paganism.com and this channel. Courses, number 5. I'm going to be starting some courses, and because I am the perpetual student that loves to learn all kinds of things that I didn't know before, or expanding my knowledge on things that I have known before, I will be offering some courses to share that knowledge. These are probably going to be like the self-paced courses, lecture style, stuff like that. If that is of any interest to you at all, go ahead and hit me up. Let me know what type of course you want first, and I will try to get at least 2 of them out by the end of this calendar year. I do have probably about 25 different courses that I'm looking at making. And yeah, each one of them is going to be incredibly intensively long, and it's going to involve a lot of research, a lot of getting the information together and being able to supply it in a coherent way. So a lot of it is still in the research phase, and it's going to be continuing to be in the research phase. And each one of them, I'm sure after I put one course out, I'll have to review it and put it out again as either a supplemental or whatnot. All that stuff, you know, all that stuff that you do and you don't realize, oh, I forgot to add this. So those will be coming out. I have on my list projected at least 2 this calendar year. So hopefully those will happen according to plan. And I might also be taking on coaching clients. I still have to figure out some of the legality between being considered a coach and not, and what the laws are here in Florida as well as in general. I know there are some different courses that you have to take in order to be considered a coach, and in some states there is no criteria for it. So I want to get all that legality out of the way before I end up saying definitely going to do it or definitely not going to do it as of right now. So yeah, I will be doing some coaching and consulting whenever I figure out all that stuff. I can still do the consulting, I just probably can't do the coaching officially. So I am planning on doing something like that in the future, hopefully, depending on what all needs done legally with all that. So go ahead and look forward to that in the future. If you would like to be a coaching client of mine, you get video calls or phone calls, and basically I push you to be better at whatever you want to be better at, depending on what the coaching is for. So yeah, there's that. So of my list of 5 huge projects that I have going on in 2018, how in the world am I going to be able to do all of this? Well, part of it is I'm quitting my job. No, not entirely. I have been in the military, the active duty Air Force, for 12 years now as of March, which is my time of separation. That's why everything's coming out starting in April. Because I'll have about a half a month between whenever I get out of the military, out of active duty military, and by the time those come through, that if anything needs to be edited or whatnot, that it can all happen within those extra, 11 days, I think. So, yeah. 12 days. 12 days. So anyway, I have been struggling with this question since my video last year on what I wanted to accomplish for 2017, which really didn't happen much. Most of my goals kind of fell flat. So one of the things that in my daily life has become a hindrance more than a help or more than a passion is my job, being active duty military. There are many things that with the shop here in Florida I don't agree with. I don't like this or I don't like that, whatever. And I can't exactly move because I have to be at this installation, this military installation, for so many years before I'm allowed to move and blah, 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 all that stuff. And I'm coming up on the end of my second enlistment at 12 years, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? This doesn't fuel my passion as it used to, and I need to move on. It's something that I need to do not only for myself, but to grow both of my businesses, the Antiques and Collectibles business and Christo-Paganism.com, Luna Fey Apothecary, the entity of Luna Fey Apothecary. I need to expand those businesses to make a full-time income that I am currently holding. So hopefully a little bit more, because, well, my current income doesn't really keep me as afloat or as flush with cash as I need to be. Some bills don't exactly aren't exactly easy to pay. So there is that. I need to expand both of those businesses, both of those passions that I have, expanding those out to be something greater than what they are now. I need to follow those passions. I need to reassess my passion with the Air Force if I want to continue to be in the Air Force to eventually get a retirement. On that note, I am going Air Force Reserve. So with that, I will be doing the traditional 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. So that will give me plenty of time to be able to devote to both of my businesses, so I can expand those as necessary. So there is that. I will be insanely busy, it will be insanely stressful, and at times I might hate my boss, but you know what? When that boss is you, you can only hate yourself so much because, well, you're awesome. So, and by that I mean you're awesome too. So, anyway, that's all that I have for this video. Is kind of long and whatnot, and my battery's going to be dead in 37 minutes, and I already had to clear the SD card once. So, yeah, now I have to edit and upload this video, post the what you call it, the blog post, and yeah, post my Pagan Perspective video for this week, and post Terror Talk Tuesdays for the 9th of January. So go and check all of those things out. Lots of things being mentioned here. With all that being said, do tell me what your 2018 holds for you. If you are doing a master plan for your year, what does it include for you? Is it something like, oh, my one thing that I want to complete this year is I want to lose that extra 10 pounds that have been just a little too bothersome for me? Is it something like I want to read 10 books? Is it something like I want to read one book, maybe an Audible book that I can get for free from, Rich's site? So anyway, what are your goals for 2018? What are your goal setting techniques for accomplishing those goals in 2018? Either go ahead and comment on here, or you can comment on the blog article that I wrote, and yeah, I'd love to discuss them with you. So anyway, now I'm just rambling. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.